All right, good afternoon, traders. Today is October 4th, 2023. My name is John Kerrigan. I moderate the BYOB trading room. Right now, we're going to go over the markets. Let's take a look at SPY. We'll look at SPY on the hourly chart, then we'll hit it on the daily chart. Here's SPY coming in right here, putting in a higher low on the hourly and a higher high. Possible 1 hour uptrend starting in SPY. If we look at it on the daily chart, okay, came down into the support zone, which would be about 420. And we found some bullish action from there. And for the daily candle, we've got nice green candle for the bulls. Slightly higher high and a lower low. Excuse me. Lower high and slightly higher low. So that's what we got for SPY. So probably looking at consolidation right into the weekend. We sold SPY bear call credit spreads right over the gap fill right here, 9 DTEs. We sold bear call credit spreads right over the downtrend line, starting 433, 435 over the downtrend line. Those expire on Friday. 2 days left on those. So there's SPY. And we'll take a look at QQQ. All right, here's QQQ. Today's price action, putting in a higher low and a lower high. So just consolidation happening right now in QQQ. Still stuck right on this neckline, QQQ. Lower high, lower lows. This is in a downtrend, currently consolidating. FNGU. All right, here's FNGU putting in higher low, lower high. So looks like just more consolidation at this time right now. If we look at the daily chart, we've got lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, more lower lows. It's in a daily downtrend. Still, you got price, the 3, the 8, all underneath our trend indicator. So trend indicator still red. So need to get back up over that trend indicator and start challenging some of these pivots up here. So there's FNGU. Go back to the SPY. You can see here we are, price action, the 3 EMA, the 8 EMA, well underneath our trend indicator. QQQ, you'll see the same thing. 3, price, the 8, all underneath the 17 EMA. So now let's go take a look at IWM, also known as the Russell 2000. So here's IWM, and of course it broke the neckline right here, putting in a lower high and a lower low. Price action, well, it's coming down here, really going to challenge the major support. Not a good sign when price action starts challenging. Yeah, that was a challenge of major support right there. See that tail? Scooped right into the same spot those tails were. Excuse me. Of course, bull showed up right there. That was a good sign. But right there, it's a challenge of major support. There's the consolidation. The top would be minor. The bottom would be major support. Major support breaks. Not a good sign for the Russell 2000. Russell putting in lower highs, lower lows in a daily downtrend. You can see price action, the 3, the 8, all underneath the 17 EMA trend indicator. So now we'll go take a look at the Diamond Dow. Here's Diamond Dow breaking the neckline, and we've got a lower high and a lower low. So Diamond Dow not looking any better. About the same as IWM. Here's the neckline break. Lower highs, lower lows. So it's in a daily downtrend. You got price action, the 3, the 8. Whole lot of distance between price action and the trend indicator. You can see price action down here into the consolidation over here on the left. About to challenge. A couple more days, we could be down here challenging the major support of this consolidation. So we'll see what happens there. Let's go take a look at our indicators. T2122 still in the oversold. Stayed there all day. Not a great sign. Could have had a much better rally. T21.23 got bearish, found some bulls, had a pullback, and got bullish into the end of the day. On the 3 bar, still a whole lot of space right there. FNGU indicator, almost green all day. Green, pulled back to VWAP right here, and then took off again to make new highs. You got to love that. When it comes back in, puts in a higher low, and makes a higher high. No complaints there. Not from the bulls anyways. There better not be. So there's FNGU. There's our indicator. Nice green all day. Looking sweet. Now let's go take a look at USO. So USO, breaking the bull flag, coming back to test the minor support. So USO falls all the way back here at 75.34. So here's USO checking the minor support right here. This would be the consolidation move over to the right. This would be normal for it to check this and then return back up here, complete the flag. I got to say the bull flag's broken right there. It's a severe break. That's a damaged flag. But checking the minor support, that is normal. So if we look at the pullback, you see we're down, way down underneath the midpoint there. It could even come down to 74.21. That would be a pretty good buy area right there, 74.21. For it to return back to the midpoint and possibly up to this upper third right here, 79.20. So might want to think about putting this on your shopping list for 74.21 tomorrow sometime. USO. UNG. Well, UNG put in a red day, but let me just say gapped up higher and sold off all day. So, but the good news, put in higher low and a higher high. So UNG did a pretty good job today. Not crazy about the color, but still trapped between 650 and 750. UNG. Silver still still stuck in the breakout. Now it's in a daily downtrend. Lower highs, lower lows. Daily candle puts in a lower high and a lower low. Daily chart, lower highs, lower low. The bears broke the support at 2050, so the consolidation is over. We have a breakdown of the consolidation right here in silver. Gold got pretty much the same thing. Here's the consolidation wedge pattern. You got lower highs and lower lows. So here's gold breaking the 175 support level. So downtrend happening right here in gold with lower highs and lower lows. Daily candle, lower high, lower low. So gold having a breakdown out of the consolidation. Probably going to come back and check the midpoint. Should be pretty close to it. And let's see where we are. That does not go there. Back at 175. This comes down here. So here's the midpoint. So this is a midpoint test right here on gold. We'll see if they pass the test. Let's take a look at IYT. It's our transports. Lower high, lower low. Still in a daily downtrend. And right into this consolidation over here on the left. Lower highs on the daily chart, lower highs in the daily candle. Daily downtrend, price action, the 3 and the 8 underneath the trend indicator. Nothing to look forward to for IYT other than it's into the consolidation support area. XLF. XLF put in a slightly lower low and a lower high. XLF broke through the consolidation, little M pattern breakdown right through here. And we'll trash that, get the marker, So you got a little M, comes up, back, and then back down here. So looks like XLF wants to visit this uptrend line right here. So there's XLF breaking down, daily downtrend with lower highs and lower lows. Daily candle, slightly lower, lower low, and a lower high. Notice price action, the 3 and the 8, all underneath our trend indicator. So nothing to look forward to other than diagonal support, and horizontal support is about to show up soon, if not already. See if we can get this over there. So there's our horizontal support. You can see we're in that right now. And we did that. What's left is SMH. SMH puts in nice green day. Lower high and a higher low. So kind of inside day here for SMH. Still in a downtrend with lower highs and lower lows. So we'll see what happens in SMH. Good news, a possible 1 hour higher low right here. So got a lot of charts that put in on the hourly chart higher low on the hourly. So, and some of them even put in the higher high already. So we'll see how things play out from there. What's normal next is for it to consolidate over to the right, try to hold that zone in that area. We'll see if they can do that tomorrow. And we're coming up to the weekend. Let's take a look at US dollar. So the US dollar pulled back today, back to 106.74, even got as low as 106.50. And that's it for that. We can take a look at earnings calendar. Earnings calendar is nothing really major here. Nothing really major on the earnings calendar for today. Tomorrow, Constellation Brands reports in the morning. That's 45 billion. And nothing else for the rest of the week other than Constellation Brands tomorrow. And if we look at our economic calendar, tomorrow we got international trade goods, jobless claims, natural gas report, a couple of Fed speakers, and a balance sheet at 4:30. At the end of the week, we've got employment situation, like we didn't talk about it enough here, jobless claims. Waller's going to speak, and that's it. And we go in for another weekend. And this week, that'll wrap this weekend right up. So I'll take questions in the room. What did we buy today? A whole lot of SPY calls for that move up. I picked up some, what did I pick up? I picked up some AMC. All right, I picked up some AMC calls, the $8 ones that expire in 2 days, and I sold the 850s against it. Kind of sweetened my deal a little bit. That's called an early hedge. I buy them and I'm selling the other out of the money right away. That's the early hedge. I like the price action in AMC. If we look at it, nice pop up. If they break over this base, I can see a visit to 1078 easily. So we'll see what happens with AMC tomorrow. Maybe they just come rolling back down. We'll see what they want to do. Charts that I do like are LCID. I like that with the lower high right here. Breaking the uptrend right there. The downtrend, breaking the downtrend. I like LCID. I like FUBU. Making the higher low. Just need to break the downtrend here. Okay. I like FUBU as a possible target. Got the higher low, looking for the higher high on Fubo, like Sega. Sega putting in the higher low. This is an hourly, excuse me, uptrend right here. Putting in higher lows and higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Another higher low. See how high they want to go here. And we're looking at probably some consolidation right through this level right there. So I like Sega. There's a head and shoulders neckline on Sega. I think I've already got it drawn in. Right there. There's the head, right shoulder, left shoulder. There you go. Break of the neckline right there. So I like Sega. I like AA. Don't really like the pullback here, but what I do like is this is right at the trend line. There we go. Look at it on the daily. All right, here's a neckline or a trend line from before. And you can see price action has pulled back to this area. Obviously, it's become an important area. You can see the consolidation running through here. Just need to break this downtrend. And I think excuse me, AA is good to go. If we could just break this downtrend. So let's get that downtrend broken. Maybe we got the higher low right here. See, we got a low here. Maybe this is a higher low. That's the only good thing I see on AA at this time. All right, got a few questions. John, how do I estimate that during the next 9 days, SPY won't get to 440 with the BCCS? I'm just drawing in like what I see where currently the bears are running the show. I've yet to see the bulls show up other than today putting in that higher low. That's it right now, Ricardo. I do see a lot of obstacles in front of them that will slow them down. In addition to 2 of the 9 days are going to be weekend days. So that cuts it back to 7. And I see a whole lot of obstacles coming up in front. I see the neckline. I'm not saying they can't get through the neckline. I'm saying it's an obstacle that will take them some time. It will chew some time off the clock at that neckline. Also see a few open gaps that will chew some more time off the clock when they get to those open gaps. So that's how I estimate it. All right, does that help, Ricardo? Let's go look at PCAR. PCAR putting in an igniting move, not quite the one I'm looking for, but that is a nice igniting move, taking out 3 candles. But boy, did they have some wild price action here between 83.50 and 86.50. That is some wild price action these last 2 months. Got to see one more candle here. I want to see it. I know it wiped out these candles, but it's also got to... The critical thing when you have an igniting move in the MMRP, you want to break resistance so that the pause candle, you want the move to come up. Let me draw this in, all right? You guys are hunting for the right stuff. It's those Marabuzu candles. Now, let me just trash that. We want the next move to come up like that, all right? And then what we want next, then we want the pause candle, and then we want the pullback to support, which would be the resistance that they just broke through, okay? So then we want this pullback back to here. All right? Or maybe even back to the top of these candles right here. That could be considered support. Doesn't have to pull back to here. It could just pull back to right to there. And then start the next day. Then you're looking for your green candles, the 3 price advancement candles to start moving up like that, okay? You want to see it. It's got to break resistance overhead. That's the critical part. You want it to break that. So watch tomorrow and then the next day. This may set up on a 2-day, but you want it. You got this part, the reverse of direction. You've got the wipeout of 3 candles. Well, actually multiple candles over here in this consolidation. But you want it to break through, come back and test it. Then that'll be your move. Now, the test, since this is 2 candles, you're going to look for, 2 pause candles and 2 candles that will form the check of support. Because after you break through resistance, it becomes support. So it's going to take, so let's look at it realistically. So you got to move up, and then the next day we'll put in, let's say, like this. Maybe it looks like that. And then the next day is like this. And then the next day comes in red, and it's a pullback to like down here. And then the next day winds up being something like this. Okay? Because it's going to take 2 days to pause, because it took 2 days up. So you box off. If I got it? Yeah, I got it. Okay. So you box off. Here's 2 days to ignite, 2 days to pause, and 2 days to check support. Now, this may take 4 days. This may check support and pause in 2 days, because it may do it all in once, or it may take 3 days. All right? You have to watch it vigilantly and see what it's doing. The critical thing is you want to see price cross VWAP after tagging this support area. That's the critical part, okay? After pulling back to support, you want to see it tag this. It's got to touch this and say, okay, it's got to look like price won't let it go any lower. And then from there, then you're looking for that next 3/8 cross over VWAP for PCAR on that one. All right, so get your support lines drawn in, and they could be in several spots here. We could have one, take that off. Could have one, it could get deep down into here, and it could get shallow right across there. So anywhere through here might find support, and then I can see some more right there. So it might find support at 87. It might find support at 86. It might find support at 85.80. Okay, so let it show you where it finds support, and then from there you take the 3/8 cross over VWAP, and you're probably, if you're going to take some options, probably fan them out for 6 or 8 days, because it depends on when it happens, on the weekend, before the weekend, or a coming weekend. So you'll see what happens. So put PCAR on the MMRP watch list right there. All right. All right, traders, that's it for me right now. I shared with you everything that I got. I do have some Rivian, and as Rivian bounced up today, I sold more out of the money calls against my current positions. All right? So I sold more out of the money calls up over here. I've got the 25 calls. I sold the excuse me, the 2750s up here. Up there. All right? Thank you, Robert. Oh, want to go over this, all right? One more thing, all right, traders, one more thing, all right? In case you didn't hear me this morning, this is going to be me just kind of tooting my horn out there in YouTube land, all right, so I can show you what you're missing if you're not a member of my room, all right? So here's yesterday's instructions. October 3rd, morning SPY pivot. 426.25. All right? Okay? And then, what did I say? I'm targeting 430 level for SPY today. We'll see. All right? It's like, we'll see if they can do it. They might not be able to do it. All right? So that's what I'm saying. But that's my target for today, for that day. All right? Then it says, if SPY pivot does not hold, then start looking for the 420 level, all right? SPY pivot, 426.25, right there, all right? So watch this, all you traders out there in YouTube land. Get this. This is better than crack right here, okay? I'm serious. Watch this, okay? Yesterday's price action right here, okay? Now, where was the pivot? 426.25, right there where that green line is. Okay, going to move it up just a little bit more. All right, 35.25. Okay, so now look, we were here. I had a circle right there. This is where we're going. I told traders this is where we're going. 426.25. So they go up. They couldn't hold price on top of it. All right. And then remember the instructions? What did I say? If we can't hold the pivot, we're going to 420. All right? Now look, that's a $6 move from where I got you in at because they failed to hold price. You got the bear 180 right here. There's your clue. All right? We're breaking down. Here's the support right through here. You got these candles right there. There's your support. All right? Right there. Bust through support. And we float all the way down to 420. Beautiful move right there, okay? Where else on the internet do you get this kind of predictions? I don't even think 1-800-WHAT'S-YOUR-FORTUNE can do this good of a job, all right? I don't mean to toot my horn, but damn, that's pretty good, all right? It doesn't get any better than this, all right? Now wait. Now we're going to go to the next day. Oh, yeah, not one day, 2 days in a row. Check this out. All right? Now we're going to go back, bring it up. All right? 2 days in a row. So what do we got for today? Oh, here's the morning instructions. My pivot, 421.20. Above, I'm a bull. Below, I'm a bear. Okay? And then what do we get? I'm targeting 423 level. Now, bear in mind, I wrote this at 5:30 in the morning. Okay? So if the pivot fails to hold, I'm looking at 418.50 or 419. All right? So once we get to 423, if we kind of hold that level right there, we're moving up to the next one. So what did we have today? Let's go look at it. All right, here's the price action today. Let's move this down. 421.20, right? Right there. Okay? Notice, price opens up. Where are we at? 423. All right, I wrote it at 5:30 in the morning. I didn't know we're going to open up at 423, but we already nailed it first thing in the morning. Okay, so now what do we think is going to happen? Probably going to come back and check the support pivot at 421.20. So we come back here. What do we see? It holds. Okay, no clean candle underneath 421.20. All right, right there. It holds. So what do? Back to 423. So we come back to 423. Now we start putting in higher lows and higher highs. So we start picking overhead targets like that. Okay, you got a higher low here, you get the higher high. You get the higher low here, you get the higher high. See how we trade? Just like that. You put in the higher low. Notice the VWAP. You never got a clean candle under VWAP. We bought the pullback at the VWAP. And what did we do? We got rewarded with the higher high. Okay? It doesn't get any better. It just doesn't get any better than this. All right? So if you're not in the room, please consider getting a trial. They're only $24.50. And by the way, my friend Doug is also doing the 3-Ace Trap webinar. And you can actually, if you want to know how to sign up for the 3-Ace Trap, just write me a message in the comments. I will get you all the information you need to sign up for the 3-Ace Trap. All right, so that's it. Everybody have a wonderful evening, and I will see you all tomorrow at 8 o'clock.